Hey, edgelords, thanks so much for tuning in on your internet tuner. We want you to hit subscribe. Isn't that right, Robbie?
That's right. That way you'll get the episodes as they come out every single Wednesday.
You need it, and you want it.
You got the worst button pushing game.
I'm really having some trouble this time around.
Folks, we're recording this for the second time because Robbie did not press record.
Time. Forgot to hit that record
He did not
button.
know what time it was.
We had great chemistry. It was time for the
Edgelords Comedy Podcast.
Please like and subscribe.
Or I'll kill myself.
Graham will kill himself.
No, I'm not going to kill myself.
All right.
Things are okay.
Well, we're managing to hit
Things
a
are
lot
good,
of the
baby.
same beats that we hit the first time around. So being here with you, it's nice because last week you couldn't be here. I had to do the it's time for the Edgelords alone, and it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, I could tell that you were kind of like searching for something to do, and then you backed out immediately because you realized it was hard.
It was hard, but I didn't have grand plans. I wasn't like I'm going to do all this stuff. I wanted to get right to it, but I did a series of lies for the reason that you weren't there.
I didn't catch that when I watched the episode.
I edited them out
because
the lies
they were too edgy.
They were too scandalous. Yeah.
What? Give me one.
I said that you were. I said that you couldn't be there because you had joined a neo-Nazi rally in Montana.
Yeah, well, got to get your steps in.
You do got to get
your goose steps
in. Yeah. Burns twice the cows with the old goose steps.
Hey.
Yeah. There they are.
This week in edging.
Well, this week we're not going to have an ad.
No, we have too much money.
We have too much
money.
money.
A week off. We want to give corporate America a break from losing their money on us.
That's right. Our banks are full.
Our coffers are full.
They're full.
They can't. They said they called us. They said, "Please, we cannot possibly take any
spend
more of your money."
Our banks look like Scrooge McDuck's bank.
Yes. We have a giant swimming pool of gold coins.
We can't swim anymore.
No, we can't do it. We had a horrific diving board accident.
Yes, we did. We lost our nephews. They all have broken necks.
Yes. And so we've had to take some of that money out to pay for.
They
their
were turned into
hospital bills.
turduckens.
They are. Yes.
Our nephews were turned into turduckens.
They were turned into turduckens, but so we have to pay for those medical bills. We'll be back with an ad next week. But for now, I think we should get right to our guest. What do you think?
Let's get to the guest.
Let's do it. Another fantastic guest, Gramo.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love this guy.
Yes.
We love this guy.
We do.
I love him more than you do, but whatever. He's a comic actor.
We'll have a competition
on who loves him more
after the show.
Fair.
A little lights off, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I accept.
Cut the studio lights. Jamie, cut the lights in here.
Actually, it sounds like I'm the winner.
Yeah, you are a fan of food. Get ready for a pig roast.
The old edgelord spit roast. We only do that for our favorite guests. He is a comic, actor, and podcast host who's been on Bojack Horseman, co-hosts the Cooligans on Fubo TV, and a podcast of the same name, as well as Kickin It for Complex. He's maybe the world's only hybrid pizza soccer expert.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alexis Guerreros.
Alexis Guerreros.
Thank you. I love
Yes.
people who don't know who I am. You said pizza, soccer, expert, hybrid. They're going to see this clip and be like, no, that's exactly what he should look like.
That's exactly. It looks exactly
Yeah.
right. And I forgot to give him the bump, so we're gonna give it to him right now. No, we're not. I thought the thing's on, but it's not. No, it is on. What is happening?
Press it.
Guest Lord. Welcome, Daddy.
I could see you didn't press it properly. You
I
didn't light
felt
up.
like I pressed it.
You know
Well,
what
you
he tried
need
to
to-
do?
you
He
need
tried
to
to do
hit-
the no look. He tried to look you in the eye while he pressed
no
this.
He's fucking getting cocky.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
You're starting to get in your groove, baby.
You're
Yeah.
right.
I like it.
And I'm editing all of this out, so it looks like I smoothly did my job.
Wait,
perfectly.
hold on then. 3, 2. Wow, that's a dope bump.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah.
This is what you did. This is the amount of pressure you applied to it. You went.
How much more does it need? I have to conserve my energy. One of the Donald Trump theories, one of the things of his I really like that I think he's actually right about is that because when I first heard it, I was like, that's the craziest, dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then I started thinking about it. And that
about the no trans people in the army.
All of that stuff is right. No, he thinks that like the human heart only has so many beats. So if you like exercise a lot, you will die sooner.
Yes.
Right.
And I kind of dig that theory. That
Yeah.
It's like if you run all the time, you think you're in shape, but you're just using the pre-allotted amount of heartbeats you have. And
So
you
we
will
have
actually
a
die
large
sooner.
battery.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Right.
And you can deplete it. And
Right.
so I
So everybody-
I try to softly push the button to preserve some heartbeats.
So you lost about 7 seconds because you had
Because I had to
repress it.
re-push the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking toast.
You want me to die. Well, Alexis, we're glad we have you here on the show. This is a podcast about Graham and I, a couple of edgy guys on a journey of edginess. We like to have our friends on so they can help us be edgy.
Yeah.
And
we're seeing it here.
One of the ways we do that is we give you the edgy lightning round to assess how edgy you are. And we're going to judge you between 1 and 5 kettlebells of edginess.
You want 5.
Yeah.
You
Can
want
I also
fun.
say you turned beet red at the slightest human touch?
He did.
Contact.
I was very confused about what was happening.
We're on
I
a
didn't know
journey
what was
together.
happening, and then I was started to be concerned about how it made me feel inside.
I will say, for an edgy guy, you have the softest hands.
I do have very soft hands.
Right. This is going to turn into the edging lords.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
wait.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Edgy lightning round. It's electric.
Can I have been in the booth when you guys recorded these?
What was we had
The booth.
We went to Radio
My
City.
studio apartment. My studio apartment.
All I heard was studio.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
It was pretty professional.
So
we
you
recorded in the studio apartment.
Yeah. You in the stew?
Yeah, Graham was complaining he had no snare in his headphones.
Yeah.
That's not what we're doing here, Graham.
Or snare.
I need more snare.
What are my monitors? Do you mean on your Dell computer?
Yes. The speakers with dried Coca-Cola spilled on them.
And the sound engineer is my crazy neighbor you
Yeah.
can hear through the walls. But she does good work. All right, Graham, I'll kick us off here.
We're going to start you off with the holy trinity of questions, and you have to have an answer for all 3.
Okay, this isn't lightning round. Okay, I have a second.
It's part of the lightning round.
It is,
Gotcha.
yeah.
This may seem slow, but it's actually
It's very
happening
fast.
at very quick speeds.
We
You know?
slow this
we're
down.
You're not used to the speed
Yeah.
and ferocity we move because our blood is coursing with T,
That's right.
testosterone.
Something
And-
you don't know much about. But
Right,
we
got it.
film this in slow motion, and then we
Yes.
speed it up
That's
to
right.
play it.
So you go 120 frames.
Yes.
And then slow down.
Condense it so people can follow what's happening.
Honestly, it's only fair for the viewer.
How else would they be able to follow our
I'm so glad you guys put a seatbelt on this chair.
Yes.
Because I would be
Yeah.
The velocity
flipping out.
is intense.
Yes. We have to put it in slow-mo so our listeners and viewers don't cream their jeans.
That's right.
What is your favorite drug, cigarette brand, and alcohol?
The corny coffee for drug. Caffeine, let's get it. Cigarette brand, the bubble gum joint you get at Halloween.
Yeah.
All right. And what was the last one?
And Robbie's wedding.
That's right.
Yeah, we had candy, cigars, and cigarettes.
Candy cigar is fun time. You
Yeah.
don't realize how much more fun that is than a cigarette, but it is. And what was the last one?
Alcohol.
Oh, I'm a bourbon guy. I'm a dark liquor guy.
Yeah.
Because it makes you angry. You know.
Yeah. What's your favorite bourbon?
Oh, great question. I've been really getting into Bullet.
Okay.
I like the Woodford Reserves.
Yeah.
I've had the Patties every once in a while.
Sure.
But a little Bullet rye as well.
It's a fun bottle.
It is
looks
a fun
like
bottle.
elixir.
Yeah.
It does. It actually looks exactly like the building that. What was it? I was going to say Rubinoff.
Tower
That's not his
2.
name. Yes, yeah, because I crumble.
'Cause I
that
take
shit.
it down, yeah.
for no reason. No one knows how. No, it looks like the building that Madoff was in.
Jail?
No,
Rikers?
the
Yeah.
building. The building is he was in the building on like 59th. That building that his offices were in. Looks exactly like the Bullet Rye.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
Really
that's
interesting.
rich
Has a
guy
little,
stuff
little
to know.
top on the end, on the top, little
No,
spout.
it looks like the majority of the bottle.
I see.
yeah.
So like every building.
Yeah, so if
It's
you
not a
just
building. So like a building, you mean?
It looks like a building.
I'm a Basil Hayden guy.
This looks like a
myself.
building.
Basil.
Yeah.
Basil Hayden. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very on ice. It's fantastic.
I've never heard
bourbon.
of basil.
Basil Hayden. There's some out there. We can afterwards. We can get into the Basil.
I'm too hungover.
Okay.
I should tell you guys a story of how I almost blew the whistle on Madoff before the whistle was blown on Madoff.
Oh, because you were like a trader guy.
We actually don't have time for that. Anyway, no, please tell me.
Was that interesting? Sorry, man.
Yeah.
I got a question about your favorite brand of air conditioner.
Yes. What's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Okay, yes. Tell the story about how you almost brought down.
So I was only allowed to sell to companies that had so many employees.
What did you do?
I was an office supply salesman at the time. This is before I became like the
yeah.
regional manager or whatever.
Yeah.
So they were listed as having like 20,000 employees, some crazy number. It wasn't 20,000. It was like maybe 2,000, 2 to 5,000, which is what I was allowed to sell to. I go there and it's no empty cubicles, no one in there. Lights aren't on. It's one lady. It's Madoff's sister. She's working in the office, and I said, "Hey, give me your list of what you use, and then we'll make a competitive offer." So we'll say like, oh, 20,000. I don't know why I keep saying the number, but 50,000. Post-it notes, and here's how much we'll charge you less. Yeah. She hands me a piece of paper with like handwritten, like 2 reams of paper per month and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you guys have X amount of employees. This is impossible. Yeah. And she goes, no, they mostly work from home. I was like, what? Didn't make sense. So I went back. I double checked all the information. It said it's a large office, and they have 3 floors.
This is cut to Alexis with like the red streams from boards to boards, just melting down. It's a pyramid scheme.
Just one string.
It goes to scam.
Made off to a pyramid.
It just goes to scam. But you're like, I can't make the connection.
And then there's another string to the word fraud. I'm like, still.
No,
it just goes to
get
more coffee from the coffee machine.
It's just decaf. But dude, I double checked it. So I went back to the office and I went to the other floors without telling her. He had 3 floors in this building. All of them were completely empty. I went to my boss and I said, yo, something's up with this business. They're saying they're X amount. I just didn't want to get in trouble. It's the only reason I did this. Because I would get in trouble for going to smaller businesses. I'm like, yo, they're saying they're X, but there's no one in there. And look, this is all they do. And he's like, dude, just leave it. I'm like, nah, I feel like I should tell somebody because this is like weird. He's like, nah, dude, just leave it. Just move on to your next sale. It's like, boom, never did anything. Like maybe 4 or 5 months later, boom, big expose.
Let me tell you, the character I relate to most in that story is your boss.
Yeah.
Because I'm 100% that guy. Of like, buddy, who gives it? What? You fucking get? We're gonna file paperwork over this.
We're selling paper clips.
You're gonna call the police. Hey, get that red string off the wall.
And also, you would have called the SEC, and they'd have been like, buddy, shut the fuck up. Also, we'll take 300 paper clips.
I'm 4 months away from being regional manager of the paperclip company.
The guy's gonna be like, we're not gonna do anything about why you called, but what's your prices on binders?
Then that's how you make the sale. You make the sale to the SEC.
You guys, I got the SEC.
I'm getting it on both ends.
Yeah. I'm banging them on the left and the right.
That's like the time when I was a kid. My dad told me to look for a job, and he made me print off resumes, and he would just drop me off in like where businesses were.
You're talking about like those warehouse
like
district kind
of
of
park.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
15-year-old you looks exactly like you do now, by the way, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Less facial hair, but
less facial,
build.
and like 100 pounds less. But
what is the resume of a 15-year-old?
Well, I have a joke about it I did on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Which
it says it said raked Judith Hoy's leaves. And
but did you really?
It said YMCA leadership camp.
Hilarious.
I think it said like delivered newspapers or some shit.
Did you get a job off of this?
Well, what happened is I just went into a building and picked a random number on the elevator, and the doors opened up, and there was a woman sitting there, like a secretary, and behind her, I fucking banged her out. That's why I lost my virginity,
sick, bro.
Yeah.
Put that on the resume.
Your dad knew what he was doing.
Can't pick you up. He's like, I heard you put in work. So.
She was very old. I ground her hips to dust.
Did you get a job? Job.
She could only fuck 15-year-old boys or inexperienced boys because her hips can only handle 3 pumps.
That's actually not a bad idea for a mentorship program. We pair 15-year-old boys with 80-year-old ladies.
If you can fuck this,
I
guarantee you're going to last with your wife.
Everyone's winning.
Yeah. What I love about this scenario is you actually remember what this woman looks like.
I remember, and she was just like a middle-aged woman, but it was like the secretary. Then behind her were a bunch of cubicles full of people working. And I go, hey, can I have a job? She goes, okay.
That's the most Canadian response.
Yeah, no, but she goes, all right, sure, we could help you with that. And I go, okay. I go, well, I'll drop off my resume and let me know if you guys need help here. She goes, here? I go, yeah, here. She goes, you mean like in here, this office? I go, yeah. She goes, this is the unemployment office.
Is that in your bid?
No.
Oh my God!
Super funny, but it's also it's crazy. She's so surprised because it seems like the perfect solution. It's like if you're hiring, then everybody wins here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, that's why. A lot of people behind her were looking for a job.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's maybe that's why they're homeless, or because they don't see, no one's looking right there.
Yeah.
You know.
I can't believe you went to find a job in the unemployment office. You went to look for employment.
You just
in the
picked a
unemployment
random floor.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, can I get benefits?
You're going to need to go to the 5th floor.
Usually, Dad, I'm making $400 a week.
I get paid in these stamps.
Does anybody need food? I got it.
I got it covered.
I'm not allowed to buy Coca-Cola or beer with it.
Yeah.
But
When I was a teenager, I worked in a factory, like pretty young, 11. And my buddy wanted a job too, but the factory I worked in wasn't hiring. But have you guys ever heard of Joey's Cookies? They sell them at bodegas. They make like black and white cookies. They make like muffins.
Yes.
I probably shouldn't say this. This was in Newark. I think it's shut down now, but that factory. But so I was like, yo, there's a box company and there's a cookie company. I was like, go to one of those. Come with me. So you kind of had to go to this weird way to get over there. So my mom, just like a corrugated box company.
it's like a boy's imagination of what a town is.
It's my Sims board. So he walked into the box company. They said they weren't hiring. He walked to Joey's thinking like, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna go hang out in the park. And the receptionist was like, you want a job? And we're 11, 12. And she's like, we're not hiring, but I have a friend who is. Gave him a phone number, drug dealer. It was a drug dealer.
That's the most Newark story imaginable.
It was like, oh, this kid wants to work.
Yeah.
I got you.
I
You
got
don't want to
you.
make minimum wage, baby. What you want to do is have the fear of death.
Yeah, what you want to do is make less than minimum wage.
But much longer hours.
Psychopath. Huh? That woman is a fucking psychopath.
I mean, that's kind of how you build gangs, though, and sell drugs, is you get kids to do it. It's
That's the drug. You don't just start at Joey's Cookies. You know? You have to start. You gotta gangbang your way in.
You certainly don't skip the box factory.
You gotta get fucked into Joey's Cookies.
This is the only stomped out at Joey's Cookies.
Or is this the best way to build more Joey's Cookies users by selling more weed?
Whoa,
You feel me?
I see that.
Right?
Yeah.
She's the regional manager, dude. And sales are through the roof.
We gotta keep this fucking train rolling.
We do.
Choo choo.
Alexis, what is your best tat? And you have to have one.
Those hairless joints that look like old people.
Tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, I think you said cat.
When I say it, people think you say hat. They think I say cat.
Does that happen more
We
than
just
once?
got to start saying tattoo. Yeah. 3
Yeah.
times people have answered their best hat.
What is your favorite cat?
Yeah.
I honestly thought that's what he said. I'm like,
pretty funny.
These guys are pretty fucking
Edgy
edgy.
question.
He had an answer ready to go, which I really, he was ready to answer.
I told you I was prepared.
What's your favorite type of cat?
And he didn't even go with Garfield. He didn't go with the famous one. He was just like the hairless ones.
The hairless joints. I'm allergic to cats.
What's your favorite tattoo that you have on
tattoo.
your body, and you have to have
You
one?
have to have one.
Of course, I have one. I was gonna say I don't have one, but if I did, I would love for it to be like the ring finger tattoo of a
Yep.
divorced husband or wife.
Yes.
Either of those two. Just the regretful look down.
Yes.
Love it.
You are married.
Yes.
So what you're really fantasizing about is being divorced. Is what it
But
sounds like.
sad about it.
Yeah.
Having to remember.
Nah, that's a fantasy.
A tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to feel guilty about that fantasy.
No. What's I just started to see this is your first and new tattoo.
Yeah, it's just my mother's maiden name. It's taken from a poster
Okay.
from an art exhibit that they sponsored. Anyway, it's dumb. My dad hates it.
Really?
Yeah,
Because it's not about him.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's about the
Yeah.
opposite of him. Really.
Yeah. He's like, but your name is Kay.
Strong.
But I own your mother now.
Yeah.
And I understand that you had to change the spelling of K for show business. I was fine with that. But this is a bit much.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
What was it originally like Gay or
Keay is my real name, my real last name.
Graham is truly, for someone in show business, he's the hardest man to find across any platform.
The worst name for show business.
He's got different names on every social media platform.
Yeah.
And then some like emails are Graham Kie, some are Graham K. Some of them just bounce back outright. Even
Is
the
that
ones
true?
work. Yes, yeah. We sent you like the wedding invite, and you're like, oh, that inbox is full. You're the hardest man to find.
I don't know how to fix it.
That's the perfect answer. Here we are.
This is it. And the thing about it is,
This is how I've gone through life. This is how I propose to continue to go through life.
This is my problem. Is I am actively trying to make it easy, and by doing that, I make it hard,
Yes.
and I don't know how. It's like school all over again. Anyway,
All right.
I'll kill myself. Alexis Guerreros.
Hit me.
You're from Newark, and you host a soccer show on
go.
Fubo TV. If Newark had a soccer team, what would they be called? Shitholes? Or maybe Newark Abandoned Factories?
I almost lost a friend in an abandoned factory.
That does not surprise me.
It's a true story.
Was it an abandoned cookie factory?
That would be great. No, it was just an abandoned factory, and we kept going back to look for him through the rubble. And it turns out he was just he got so high, he was walking around Newark looking for his dad. It got sad at the end. But we drank a lot of Cisco in that search.
Tell you what, if you
It was
want
a
to
lot
find
of
your dad, don't look in Newark.
Yeah.
Actually,
He's not.
but someone there will know where he is, though. That's a good place to know where he ended up. If Newark had a team, Shitholes is kind of funny. I would say, so the nickname was like Brick City. That was the one, which actually was the tattoo I was supposed to get. That's the one my mother almost beat me up about. I was going to get Brick and City on my arms right here.
Thank God you didn't.
Brick City. Remember, I don't know if you remember Juvenile had
Yeah.
the Magnolia projects where he's from.
Okay.
I was going to get that, and I was really close. I had an appointment, and my mom was like, "You're going to go get a tattoo?" And I was like, "Yeah, because I want to tell everyone where the fuck I'm from." And she's like, "Go get my chancleta." And then I got beat, and I didn't get one. Let's go with Chancleta FC, Chancleta Football Club.
Chocolata?
Chancleta. It's a
Chancleta.
flip-flop that parents beat their kids with.
Hit your child with. Yeah, I like that.
Also,
Actually.
other people's kids. It happens a lot. Latin, it's more of a village.
Yeah, it takes a village.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. A village of chancleta.
The Newark Child Abuse.
Oh, that's a good name for
Yeah.
a team.
Oh, one time my mother yelled, I didn't know what happened. I walked in the house and she yelled up the stairs, "Call Dyfus, I'll kick their ass too." Dyfus is the protection.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I was like, okay, back at
Okay, yeah, they're not coming in either.
I'm going to have dinner at
You're
the
on your
friend's
own,
house.
kid.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is a good one, important one. Alexis, you create pizza content and also host a TV show about soccer. Why do you look like you only create pizza content?
That's too real.
When you told me that one before the show, I laughed pretty hard.
God damn it. You want to know? My wife wants to know. My buddy Alex wants to know. Every once in a while, actually, Christian, my co-host on the show,
Who looks like he only creates soccer content.
Yes, he's a very thin, very good-looking guy.
Yeah.
We went to go do like kind of like a sketch at the training facility, and all the players were whispering, thinking he was a trialist coming on.
Yeah.
And because of his height, they were one of the strikers was nervous that it was a striker coming in from
Yeah.
like Latin America. He looks very Latin American. So then I said to one of the players, I go, "Who did you think I was?" And they're like, "I don't know, his like uncle or agent or somebody."
Uncle is so great.
Just vastly older, also.
I mean, Christian does look like he's 16.
He's young,
There's nothing
yeah.
I can do.
But also, the
same age.
The second any soccer player saw Christian move at all, they were like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. No, no.
Jobs are safe,
Yeah, we're
everybody.
fine.
He's a good basketball player. I'm
Very good basketball player.
Yeah.
I
He
believe
didn't pick
it,
up
but
soccer, till,
he's
like 32
like
years
new
old.
to. Yeah. And he definitely, when you watch him kind of kick the ball around, you say, just stick with basketball.
The same for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Dominican. Pick up a baseball bat, buddy. Get to work.
The players are like, "Oh, we were not worried about you at all."
Uncle is amazing.
Yeah.
All right. What is your... Now, you're like a pizza snob. All right.
I don't say that, but sure.
I would say
Everyone
that,
else says
Yeah,
that.
you know, 100%. I can hear people say that.
Yeah, there's like a famous pizza place in New York called DeFera's. It's like people always say it's the best pizza in New York City.
Yeah, DeFara's.
What do you think about DeFara's?
It's garbage.
See? Anyway.
That's because people don't know shit about pizza, but no, keep eating it.
Okay, see? See? Let's
they're
gross.
not.
What is your favorite chain pizza restaurant?
Ooh, chain?
Chain pizza restaurant.
I get asked if I had to eat one chain pizza, which one would it be? And it would probably be the Detroit style or the square at Little Caesars.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like Little
You didn't
Caesars.
think he was going to have an answer, but he did.
No, I knew he would because it's in the greater realm of pizza, even if he's like not
Yeah.
happy about
I
it.
also get asked that question a lot because people are like, what's the best chain? And they want to fight between pizza and Domino's. Look, they're all garbage, but at least Detroit has like that crispy cheese edge. So at least you get some flavor. You know what I mean?
Little
You were
Caesar-
there when they made me eat.
I bought you Papa John's.
Yeah, Papa
You've never had
John's.
Papa John's. I said you have to have Papa John's. Yeah, not a great pizza
No.
at all.
And I go-
but I wanted to watch you
better
eat it.
ingredients, better pizza.
Yeah. I think I'm glad they took the N-word out of their
Yeah.
slogan.
A lot of us are happy about that. Yeah.
Did you know papayón is how you pronounce that in Spanish? Papaya. Well, when you add young to the end of something, it means like really big version of it. So like if you would say like soda, well you wouldn't say soda, but like bring
Popcorn. Popcorn yun.
sure, huge pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Papaya is the nickname. Is the it's like the C word. It's like the worst word for pussy in the Cuban slang. So when you say papayón, it means massively huge vagina. So when Papa John's first opened in Miami, people were sharing like the coupons because everyone was laughing, and they thought about changing the name. I don't know what the name is, Papi John's. I don't know what it would be, but they almost changed it because papayón is like someone had a big fucking wet pussy. Like, you know, there's like no other way.
You can't.
That would drive business.
Yeah.
You got to drive
Change
for
that
that? Oh, wow.
That honestly,
$6.99.
Two medium? All right.
you got to. That's pickup though.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't worry. I'll bring my own garlic sauce.
Yeah,
All right,
right.
everybody?
Anyway, the third camera, the camera filming you is my phone, or if it was on me, I would have called ICE during the conversation. Just want you to know I reached for it and was very disappointed it wasn't there. Here's a good Newark question for you. Redman or Lauryn Hill?
Oh, God. Good one. I might not be allowed back. I went to a Lauryn Hill concert once, and they told us to be there at 7, and she didn't come on until 12:30.
Fuck that. Yeah, Jesus.
Right?
Yeah.
And by the way, at around 8:45-ish, I went to the bathroom, and the door to the green room opened, and I saw her in there.
Oh, she was just hanging.
She was just
Making the people wait.
I'm not ready on some Kanye shit.
Yeah.
So Lauryn Hill, I love you, but because of that, Redman all day, and we're trying to get Redman a statue.
I'd love. Really?
A little Reggie Noble statue. Let's go.
Really? The city of Newark's trying
yeah.
to do that?
No, a bunch of us are actually trying to get the city of Newark to do that.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
100%.
But Newark, they'll probably put like a Philly, and they'll get like they have like that Rocky statue. They'll get a Tony Soprano statue
my
before
God.
they get a real Redman statue.
They'll go worse. They'll do young Tony Soprano from that one flashback scene in season 5.
The prequel.
Yeah,
It's his kid. You know that?
yeah.
Oh,
In
really?
Saints of
Yeah.
Newark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
kind of
cool.
the only reason I'm interested in seeing because I loved The Sopranos. Like
Yeah.
one of my favorite things I've ever seen. But so I'm
Same.
like skeptical of this like prequel.
I've heard
thing.
it was like a shit show.
Yeah, I just see it being a mess.
Me and H. Foley were up for the same part.
Yeah.
We both almost got it.
Really?
Yeah. I remember the director was like, could you tone down the Jersey? I'm like, I'm from this fucking block. I was so mad. They're like, because the audition said like no cartoonish Jersey accents, just be natural.
It was just
And
you
I went
being
in
natural.
with me, and the guy was like, could we? I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, this is about Garside. I'm from 3 blocks from there. This is the accent. And the
Yeah.
guy was like, all right.
All right,
Yeah.
you're a fucking
You
cartoon.
know what? Yeah,
I'm
he's
sorry that
definitely
your
from
natural
Newark.
accent is a Jersey cartoon.
I have dialed it up to 10 at some point. I feel like when you both first met me, it was at a 7, and now I'm a 10 for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
You shouldn't agree so easily and so
Well, I
on.
watch a lot of your clips, and it's maybe 11 on some of your clips.
Oh, yeah. Well, I also do that for a
I get
fact.
that. I get that.
Yeah,
It's
you
also
got it.
that's
not
naturally
it's,
me.
It's not dumb.
That's also naturally me.
Yeah.
I want to be that at all times.
Sure. Be it.
Yeah. I
I
can't
remember
wait
once
to
in
be
the
old.
car, you were like, I said, do I sound dumb? And I'm like, no. I
After-
think it's kind of charming, like that accent. I hate that everyone sounds the same these days. Truly.
Do you think everyone sounds the same? I think everyone still
Kind of
sounds-
everyone, like
There is
mass
an internet
media.
accent.
Yeah.
There's like, it's like people from Boston, their kids no longer sound like they're from Boston.
Right.
Everyone's parents from Boston talk like they're from Boston.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. And that's sort of everywhere. In New York, you don't hear like 17-year-olds talking with a New York accent anymore,
No, you definitely still do if you're just out in like Queens.
I would never go there.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, you're right. I'm
Those
sorry.
garbage people are there.
Yeah, that's right. They all have an
City
accent.
17-year-old garbage men and plumbers. Anyway, the answer is yes, you did sound dumb.
Was that the next
No, I'm
question?
kidding. I'm kidding. I like it.
I didn't realize people in the South used the East Coast-ish accent as their dumb person. Like, when someone from up here is like, and then I can't sleep with my sister. You know what I mean? Like, we do the Southern. They do. It's the opposite for them. They do.
Like, hey, I can't sleep with my sister over here.
Yeah, that's funny.
I really hope it's that.
Hey,
Oh,
Stromboli.
yeah, I'm trying to bang my sister
I
in
can't
some
get-
marinara sauce.
You know,
I can't give my sister the brajol. Am I right?
they don't know what the brajol is in the
Pickup
South.
truck drives off.
In Canada, we still use like the Southern accent as our like dumb.
It's also
voice,
the easiest
even,
accent to do.
Even
People
in
who
Canada?
can't do
Yeah.
accents can do
Yeah.
a Southern
Yeah.
accent. But what would be, because it would be like that, like I feel it would be like that, like Saskatchewan thing in Canada, really.
What do
like
you
if
mean Saskatchewan?
Like that deep Canada kind of.
Isn't that like, oh yeah, like that
Almost
kind of shit?
that like, yeah.
Well, we kind of do like if you live in a city, you make fun of the rural
Yes.
Canadian accent.
Yes.
You do.
Right.
You do. You're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bud.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
There was a really
Nice
bad.
skinny jeans. Go back to Toronto.
Have you ever heard Drake talking his actual like voice, like his actual accent?
I don't think so.
It's wild Toronto.
Yeah,
It's like
well,
that, like
it's
like where you going, like it's like that.
There is
it doesn't
there-
sound like that at all.
There is
Yeah.
a black Toronto accent, which is very specific to Toronto, which has a lot of
West Indian flavor.
a
Patois.
lot of patois and
Yeah.
Somalian.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is
I
a
can see
weird
that.
50-50.
Yeah.
So they have slang from both.
They say like wallahi a lot.
Yeah.
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 They say mans.
yeah, man.
Like man's going to the store, and
Yeah.
then I
Yeah.
say man saw man.
Yeah.
It's like very British. That's why I thought a lot of British people thought Drake was stealing their slang. I'm like, no, that's like what most of like the hood in Toronto sounds
That's what
like.
they sound like.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy.
After-
It's very hard to listen to Toronto hip hop because of that.
Yeah.
After watching The Sopranos, which we watched in the like pandemic, then I got like I went to like watch like James Gandolfini's like awards acceptance speeches. It was fucking mind blowing to just see that he's like
Yeah.
the most regular accent. Like
Because the name makes you think it carries over.
exactly. Gandolfini would
is
talk
so-
like soprano,
Yeah.
and then he talks like me basically.
Yeah.
I was
Did you
so
ever see
disappointed.
The movie where he plays like the kind of like the dopey guy next door with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
No, I've considered watching it.
I saw it on a
150
plane,
times.
and the whole time I was like, I'm like, kick the shit out of her. You know? I was like,
backhander.
You heard what she said about you? You know, the whole
Is that a
time.
good movie?
It's a well-made movie. I struggle to tell people to watch it because I'm like, I get why this won awards, and I get why, he wanted to make. I could see why he was at the point of his career where he only made what he wanted to make.
Yeah.
I could see why he wanted to make this, but it was such a different. I'm like, what is going on? He didn't ask once about Gabagool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At a certain point, you have to make a strong break from that character. So I fully get doing like that movie, but
Even with like dad jeans and like Air Monarchs. You know what I mean? You're just like, what?
what is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Tony ain't got bad knees. Tony gets shot in the knee. Come on.
What is your edgiest pizza topping?
Fuck. Probably every once in a while, I'll want a shitty barbecue chicken. Oh, you know what? There's a place in Jersey City called Gino's. They make a buffalo chicken pizza, but they replace the red sauce with buffalo sauce. And then they put fried chicken on top of that, a bunch of cheese, and then they squirt blue cheese on top. It's barely a
Sounds
pizza.
Fucking disgusting. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I once ordered a pie of it for like me and a
Jesus.
couple people. 2 slices. I mean, a slice and a half, and you're like, there's the level of sodium in all of our bodies.
And sugar.
Yeah. You can't do it. And my friend got like a side of blue cheese as well and was dipping like blue cheese covered.
Yeah.
It was just a lot.
Yeah.
Can I? This is a semi-related story, but me and Sam Rubinoff were walking by Lunetta Pizza on the way, like leaving New York Comedy Club, and there was 2 dudes like getting in a fight outside, and it was one guy with a heavy Queens accent and just some other like kind of preppy guy in khaki shorts and a polo. He didn't want to be in this situation. And he was leaving with, he had a pie, he had it in a box, and the other dude slapped it out of his hand, and then in the most New York accent, just goes, "Now your pizza's on the ground." And it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I was like, he's right. Your pizza's on the ground. You fucked up.
See how you fucked
It was
up?
like, it was the highest insult it felt like he could have paid to him, like as a New York man. Like, I've disrespected you in the most intense way I could possibly disrespect you.
This is how you handle gentrifiers.
Yeah.
Right? You just slap the food out of it. It's lunchroom shit.
Now your pizza's on the ground.
I remember I went to, when I lived on the Upper West Side, I couldn't afford living up there anymore. So I was looking for apartments. I finally found one in Brooklyn, really cheap. So I was like, boom, this is what I'm going to get. But I had to go make the extra keys for my landlord for the old building. So I go to this tiny little, key, whatever, like one of those places that makes keys while you wait. And I was talking to the guy. I was like, yeah, I can't afford living here anymore, blah, blah. He goes, dude, everything's fucked. It's so expensive. I don't know what we got to do. And it was an Arabic dude. I'm like, dude, I think we just got to start robbing white people. And he goes, yeah. I'm like, no. I was like, he bought in immediately. I was like, oh, shit.
Anyway, now I run an Arab crime syndicate in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
No big deal. It's going pretty well.
He's basically they just overcharge at bodegas.
Yeah. Also opium trade. Yeah. Big business.
Same bodegas.
Yeah.
They just sell matcha.
Alexis, favorite way to shred your bod?
Oh man, you're looking at it, buddy.
Yeah, your mouth moves pretty fast. You're burning some calories,
buddy.
for sure.
I got the cuttest jaw of all time. Everything from there down is a real fucking mess. Yeah, dude. I mean, what I would say, you know what I saw my friend do once, and I got so jealous, and I tried for years to do, and I could never do it. A one-arm pull-up while he was like holding his forearm.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's an intense move. The one
that makes everyone get wet, men, women, old people.
Anything the one arm pull up, the one arm push up, all of them are just super.
One arm
impressive.
push up is great.
Yeah.
Push-up is great, especially if you throw the arm.
You do the
back.
arm behind your back, and
buddy.
Yeah.
Showboating.
Yeah.
My little dick is wet.
Yeah. You know what else? Remember that squeezy thing?
Oh yeah.
They look like pliers without a top.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's always. I feel like it's like the '80s villain being condescending to you at work. Is always like, sorry, can't help you with that.
Yeah.
What was that workout for?
Forearm strength.
Forearms.
Yeah.
You don't think of that ever, huh? I thought it was a wrist thing.
No, it's
there's no muscles in your wrist.
Yeah.
It's all bone.
Well, speak for yourself. I have specifically very muscular wrists.
Yeah.
You see?
When he flexes with.
Yeah.
We got something.
Just a watch just snaps. What is your favorite all-time babe, man or woman? We do not discriminate unless you choose a man, and that's gay.
My first thought, Derek Jeter.
He's a hot guy.
Definitely a hot
I think about Derek Jeter. I think one of my theories about why he's so beloved in New York is because he looks like a New Yorker. He could be any race. He could be white. He could be black. He could be Puerto Rican. He just looks like that kind of like
whatever you need him to
mishmash.
Right.
Like every kid looks like that in New York.
Yeah. All
They're
the
like-
mixed race kids.
They're like a fifth black.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's also maybe the greatest like media trained athlete of all time. Like there was just he never said anything.
There's like zero
Like,
quotes from
there's
him
nothing.
ever.
He never had like a sex scandal. He always
A couple, but they all got buried so quickly.
Yeah, because I'm from Tampa, so like the Jeter baskets was a big thing.
Yeah,
in
the
Tampa,
baskets,
and,
but that's not a scandal. That's just him
no.
being a polite, like it is what
I mean,
it is.
to leave the room after you have to sleep with someone, and for another door to open and a butler essentially walk in and go, "Ma'am, this way," be led to a limo where there's a gift basket waiting for you.
Yeah. Well, Graham and I do that for each other whenever any one of us has sex, and then the other one walks him out, tells them they have to rate and review the podcast on the way out.
So you text like,
It's just me talking to
Graham.
Casey a lot. Can't wait for me.
I got a gift basket for you. That's our shit.
I gotta go use my vibrator because he didn't get me off.
So you text.
You can still rate and review.
Right.
Graham texts you. Graham's like, I'm about to have sex. Could you be here in about 2.5 minutes?
Come quick.
I did already.
I missed time.
I just text myself. I just responded to my own text.
Robbie, I'm coming.
If I had to go, Voice note. She's like, what are you doing on the
What's
phone?
happening?
Who is this guy standing here with the gift basket? You only have one door, so I got to be in here.
I knew a girl my friend knew a girl. He slept with this woman, and she slept with Derek Jeter twice. And the second time, she got another gift basket, and it had the same card that was like, "Very nice meeting you."
I've heard this story from a few people. I almost wonder. It feels like one of those like urban legend
Maybe
stories.
it is.
But for sure, Derek Jeter has slept with a lot of women multiple times and not remembered that. I mean, how could he slept with
100%.
every woman? It's
Yeah.
like he shouldn't be expected to remember you at a certain point.
There's a comedian, I'm not going to say name, I will as soon as all this is off, who's known for, having a lot of ladies that love him. Yeah. His name rhymes with Ham May. It's you, buddy. So my friend, this woman I know in LA, was like, I didn't know you were friends with him. Tell him I said hello. We spent like an entire weekend together, right? And I was like, oh, shit. So I said to this comedian, I said, hey, my friend says hello. He's like, who's that? And I showed him the photo and he goes, who's that? And I was like, so I texted and I was like, he says, what's up? Hey, how long ago was this? And she's like, a couple months ago. He doesn't even remember.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. Look, I'll tell you, we had someone drop out of doing this podcast, so we had to like get someone like last minute.
So they're dead to you now.
Well, yes, they are dead. But then Graham was like, "Have we had Nathan on yet?" And I was like, 2 weeks ago. We had him on 2 weeks ago. And
recollection.
Graham was like, "I have no recollection of that."
Was I there?
After 5 minutes later, I remembered we had a good Ninja Turtles riff.
We sure did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the stabbing teenagers fighting teenagers.
We shared it. He shared it. You shared
shared
it.
it.
We sat here for an hour
I think
together.
I helped edit it. I don't know.
You color graded the clips.
So the point is, you can't be expected to remember everyone you've ever had sex with,
No.
for God's sake.
If I had to pick, like, you know who was like, who my first like celebrity pass? I don't know if you guys do this with your ladies. You get like your celebrity pass. You know who was my first? Still kind of hot.
Ashton
but-
Kutcher.
Of course. No. Derek G. No. Diane Lane.
Who's Diane Lane?
Super hot. Yeah. Unfaithful.
Unfaithful.
Which is a very sexy movie. Yeah.
Insanity.
Yeah.
Look it up.
You continue to talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, no, Graham, we can't do this right now.
No.
Graham, this is not the way.
We need to see your reaction to Diane Lane.
Yes.
She married like that dude who's clearly on steroids. I can't remember his name.
I don't know who she's married to.
But we were.
I get her and Ashley Judd confused a lot too, because they're very similar
can see
looking.
Ashley Judd.
She does look like Ashley Judd.
She lived on the Upper West Side, and Dee was like, if you ever
She's
see
a
her,
hot, like,
she was older then, so she's probably much older now. But Dee was like, if you ever see her, go ahead, go talk to her.
Take a shot.
Yeah. So
that's
one day,
how confident she is that you have zero chance.
100%.
she has a D vibe. Like, you have a type.
Yeah, I definitely have a type. Yeah, and it's
Like,
my wife.
Dee is her wife.
Can we just make that the clip?
Yeah.
Just please.
The edgelord. I love my wife.
Yeah. And nobody else.
Tune into the
flip
episode.
table.
Yeah.
I run out of here. I'm sitting outside of a burrito place, and I see her jogging by, and I'm like, all right, fat guy at a burrito place.
Yeah.
Not the
Time to shoot my shot.
Diane!
Diane!
My wife said I could fuck you.
I'm putting hot sauce on my burrito. Hey, this could be you. What you call it? I don't say anything. My wife and I go to a wine bar like a couple nights later. She's sitting there by herself. And my wife goes, hey, guy, go say what's up, guy. I dare you. And she's like, go ahead. I won't even be mad. Just go. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. And like, at least go say hello to her, right? And I was like, yeah, maybe I should. On the way to the bathroom, I'll say what's up. As I'm saying that, a guy walks over and goes, hey, what's up, Diane? You come here, like that kind of thing, like that energy. And she literally just takes her napkin, puts it down. And as she's walking out, she says to the owner / bartender, whoever was over there, she's like, I'll come back and pay my tab. And just walked out. Didn't even acknowledge that person existed. I was like, thank God I did not
Yeah.
cause that. That would have been me.
You would have showed up with a very different energy.
Yeah, I would.
She
I
was
also would
still left, but it would have been a very different energy.
Hey, leave if you want to bang me. You see?
That's still the kids still got it.
It almost works too well. Anyone else wet? We need extra napkins.
That's hilarious. I would have loved that. Dee would have loved that.
He would have loved
not
that.
loved that.
Well, it does segue us perfectly to our final question.
Okay.
Alexis, what is your favorite euphemism for sex?
Okay, so I used to work in a factory when I was 11. I mentioned this already. There was a guy who banged a woman, random woman, on the during his lunch hour. So when he came back, this is how I found out. He walked in a room full of guys, and he was like, "Hey, I just washed the mop in the slop sink."
Oh.
And that was the fucking greatest slop sink.
And you were an 11-year-old boy
Holding a mop, by the way, because I was cleaning. And I was just like, huh?
but I've got the mop.
You're like making that noise.
And I was so confused.
Yeah.
And all the guys are laughing. What was it? Hey, she sucked my dick, blah, blah. So I started putting 2 and 2 together, but I was like, wash them up in the slop sink. Why'd you guys laugh? And he goes, slop sink's the pussy, kid. That's what the guy said on the way out.
Kid.
Yeah,
Slop sticks.
And they like a mop in there?
yeah. But I was like, what part of it is dick is the mop? It was very
I honestly
confusing.
don't think he knows. No.
But washed my mop
That's
in
also,
the slop
you're
sink.
spending too much time at a factory when that's how you're thinking. When all of your euphemisms are like,
could have
oh,
gone with box."
I just punched my time card, if you know what I'm saying. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Put the biscuit in the basket.
Yeah. I just turned off the envelope machine.
Oh, I got the conveyor belt turned on.
Yeah. I just helped the FedEx delivery guy. Like, what was that?
I just filed an OSHA claim, if you know what I'm saying.
We just wiped down one of the blood from one of the immigrants who injured themselves.
I just took a nap in the bathroom stall, if you know what I mean.
Wash my mop in the
Wash
slop
my
sink.
mop in the slop sink.
Slop sink is-
like slop sink is what sells
That's
it.
what you need. That part. Yeah.
Yeah, slop sink. I actually love that one.
Slop sink.
Start saying it. Gonna start saying it.
Can
Hey,
you
babe.
film? Yeah. Can you film Casey's reaction to a post-sex? Just wash my mop in the
Wash
slop
my mop in the
sink.
slop
In
sink.
your slop sink.
She would be like, "That's just right. You never clean." And then I would say, "Shut the fuck up! Shut up!"
Quietly to yourself in the bathroom.
Yes.
Respect my mop.
I do a lot of the hustle right here. Respect what I do.
You just don't see the shit I clean.
Try to figure out the cable box. I looked it up.
None of the fucking speakers will work in this place.
Oh, we got to tabulate your
Yeah, we
scores.
tabulate the scores, please
See if you
bear
get the
with
5
us.
kettlebells. It's important that you get the 5.
Okay,
You want
here
the
we go,
5.
here we go. All right,
Coffee, not a strong
we
drug.
got the really bad start candy
cigarette,
cigarettes,
candy
but then
cigarettes.
bourbon,
Yeah,
you turn
bourbon. I mean,
around.
barely.
Claimed to have
Pretty
brought down
bad.
Bernie Madoff.
Kind of made,
So a
yeah.
little
I
bit
don't know. He kind of tried to
tall
get us
tale,
off the
not
tent. Yeah.
buying that.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna tell us the drug that's fake, and then get send us on a wild goose chase. What's your best tat? You had one. He said he thought of a good one that he almost didn't get, but he didn't get because he was scared of a sandal. It's pretty weak, actually, if you ask me.
A little ethnic of an answer.
Yeah, a
but
little
I'll take
ethnic.
it.
I
That's
don't care for their
fine.
culture myself.
Expand your fan base a little bit.
Yeah. Newark. Oh, yeah, they go to the factory. Yeah,
Detroit,
Brick City. I think it's got a good name. I like that. Would be the best name.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Little Caesars,
Good
is a pizza
content.
chain. I respect that.
I
Off
kind
the
of
beaten path, and
when I see the ads for the square pies talking to, I do think to myself, I'd like to eat that.
Pizza.
Yeah,
Come on,
best
really
chain
stuck it to
restaurant.
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, really gave it. You know what?
Keep going
I'm
for 6
on the
hours, she
same
deserved it.
Yeah. You know, I had a very similar experience, and I don't think she appreciated the all-white audience. Edgiest pizza topping. What the hell did he say? He just listed a good pizza that he had one day.
It actually sounded fucking horrific to me.
sounded
but
like
he knows
shit.
better than I know.
Yeah, that's true.
Favorite way to shred his body was someone
Be
else
on our
doing
podcast.
one-armed push-ups.
Yeah, someone
or
else.
one-arm pull-ups.
Yeah.
That's a part of my body.
Favorite all-time babe, man or woman, Derek
Jeter
Jeter
and Diane Lane. You want
Lane. I
both
mean, that
ways
was
with it.
actually a
So,
pretty. I
like,
mean,
yeah,
I got
it's edgy. It's
Yeah,
taken,
it got me hard a bit. Yeah,
And
thought about
one of the
going,
better euphemisms for sex we've ever had.
Actually, it grossed me out and turned me on. You know.
What was a slop
Yeah,
bucket?
it's very. I mean,
Slop sink.
one thing I will say, very wet, and that's good. Yeah, no need for lube. Yeah,
Well, you know what I'm thinking. Yeah.
5 kettlebells.
5 kettlebells for Alexis. Yes.
It was touch and go at the
It was
top,
touch
but you
and
really
go.
you swung it
saved
back.
yourself.
Yeah.
Saved yourself with the slop sink.
Slapstick.
Slop sink is amazing. And that qualifies you for our next segment.
Scalding hot takes. Burn me, daddy.
We got some hot takes for you here, Alexis. No, we had a lot of voice talent.
It cost us a lot of money.
It was very expensive, but
scale.
It's probably not worth it in retrospect.
No, not getting
All right, I got a hot take. You got a hot take ready to go?
You go. I can do it.
This one's pretty hot. This is an accurate hot take. Sometimes I like to come in, like to have a little fun. This is a real hot take.
Top rope.
And I know I'm right
People's
about
elbow.
this one. Football, American football, real football. Safer sport if they don't wear helmets. Get helmets out of football. You got a safer sport.
That was a. Do you remember that cranky guy from 60 Minutes? Andy Rooney, I believe his name was.
Big eyebrow.
Big eyebrow.
These football players need to not wear helmets.
He did one of those.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Yeah, you are.
I basically am Andy Rooney.
We are. We're in the Andy Rooney prequel. We're living through an Andy Rooney prequel, 100%.
But he and by the transitive property, me, are right here. If there's no helmets, they turn you into a fucking missile. You just slam helmets.
Yes,
People wouldn't do that without helmets.
Rugby is basically the same sport. They have less concussions.
Yeah.
But don't you think the NFL would just find maniacs that would still ram into people without a helmet?
Well, they're already football is becoming boxing. It's just poor people trying to get out of poverty by hurting themselves.
That's all
and
sports.
White people going, yay.
That's sports and entertainment.
Not hockey or volleyball.
None of those kids are poor in hockey?
No, hockey's all rich kids because hockey's fucking expensive.
No, well, in Canada, there's a lot of poor kids, but
in America,
not as many. In half of Canada and all of America,
you have to be able to afford the cocaine too.
Yeah. Yeah. Russians have a lot of poor people playing hockey. There's a lot of guys who are just like, I came from a cigarette.
My mom was furnace.
My father is Puck.
I grew up in a factory in Magnitogorsk.
They're like, I had job making couch when I was 4.
I fight bear for money.
That's like real.
Yeah, that is real. Russian people, that is their job.
Everyone from Dagestan stopped laughing as soon as you said that.
Dagestan.
That's my hot take.
My hot take is stop putting rare footage on a YouTube clip. It's not rare, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, well, they're like, very rare footage.
Rare footage of whatever. And it's like, this isn't rare.
Anything digital can't be rare.
Anyone can see it.
Yeah.
So
whenever they want.
Your hot take is to have it remain rare.
No, my hot take is don't call it rare.
Just
say footage, old footage.
So previously rare.
Yeah.
Now.
It's not rare.
Yeah.
It's the easiest. It's a very popular website.
It's very popular.
Right.
Yeah.
The footage formerly known as rare.
What's rare is the footage of this podcast on YouTube.
In fact, we'll start labeling them. Rare footage.
These are NFTs. Each episode is a NFT.
That's
you
the
guys will be
long-term
the
plan.
first clips on YouTube that will actually still be rare. Stay rare.
It's a wonderful place to store information.
We use it more of as a database.
A data farm.
The last episode was me just saying my passwords.
Just all social numbers. Mother's maiden name.
Nothing's been cracked yet.
Our goal is to be able to be doxxed.
I mean, you're
people
halfway on
care
your
enough.
way. You have your. I mean,
I
am
know
I allowed
my
to
mother's
say?
maiden
Yeah.
name.
Oh, that's true. That's
Just get the last
hilarious.
4 digits of your social on
That's
your other
so
arm.
funny. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that either.
The fear that came over his
1/3 of your password security tattooed to you.
visible every time you wear a short sleeve. Also,
I'm Graham K. I'm from Ottawa. This is my mother's maiden name.
my email's on my lower back. You didn't know?
I got my mother's maiden name. I got my first pet.
The street you grew up in is on your neck.
What an amazing realization to have just had. That's so funny.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I
So
really-
I think we will get doxxed now.
The moment you said, I was like, I'm not going to say that out loud onto a microphone, and then I did it.
Got my ass. All right.
that's funny.
Learning. This is about learning.
All right. I got another hot take here. This is I was just down in Tampa, and a friend of mine, fan of the pod, mentioned that he had a hot take, and he told me his hot take, and it's a hot take I fully agree with and advocate. So shout out to Steven for giving me this hot take, but I agree. If a couple if you sleep with someone, you're a single person, you sleep with someone who is in a marriage or in a committed relationship, that's not your responsibility. That's not your problem. You're free to sleep with a married man or a married woman if you want. That's their shit to deal with.
Because they're going to sleep with somebody else.
Well, because there's no cause. It's just like it's not their relationship is not your responsibility. If someone wants to have sex with you,
and you want to
have sex with them, have sex with them. Their relationship is not your problem.
Did he also say, if your name is Steven, you shouldn't have to give half of your money away during the divorce?
I'm not giving a last name.
Yeah,
I know a few Stevens.
Yeah, okay, good.
That was my theory when I was single.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But
now you're in a relationship and terrified that someone's going to sleep with your woman.
I did get invited back to someone's home a few years ago, and they had like pictures of their husband all over the place, and I was like, I can't do this, and I left.
See, that's the part where I
understand. I thought it wouldn't matter to me.
Theoretically,
like in their bed,
can understand.
Maybe in a hotel.
Yeah. You're like, let's do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's not doing it
somewhere else. It's not,
no, I want to wash my mop in your slop sink. It's just not in your house.
Yeah. You know.
Are we all right here?
I could actually flip through their wedding photos while I don't give a shit at all. I don't care.
It's too hard.
I think it's the person you're sleeping with. You're disrespecting someone else that's similar to you. You know what I mean? Or like you're causing harm to someone that's like you. Like if you're sleeping with a woman who's married to a guy, it's another dude. You know what I mean? So like it's too much. Like it's too much for me. Like I could never do that if I was single.
That's pure patriarchy. You respect the other dude so much.
If it was a married lesbian woman, I mean I'm getting in there. Yeah. No. I'm saying like you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to put yourself in that person's shoes. Maybe it's because I'm married that I'm saying that, but like I could never.
Yeah, I feel like he's also probably cheating too. And
this is going around.
Yeah, I just don't. It's just not my responsibility. I'm not here to like watch out for the sanctity of your marriage.
No.
I'm here to drop my mop in the slop bucket.
I putting soap all over the slop sink. My buddy was banging a married woman, and he would bring her around us all the time.
See, that's a whole other thing. Yeah,
I hate it. He was like dating her, and I'm like, yo, this is wild. And the husband, he was like, well, the husband works nights. I was like, what does he do? And he was like, he works for like whatever, like the Con Ed of wherever they lived. In Jersey, PSE&G maybe,
okay,
or maybe it's the opposite. Whatever. He worked for like one of those companies, and he worked nights. So she would always come hang out with us, and I'm like, yo, this is uncomfortable. So one day we look him up on Instagram, and he has the chin beard that comes out to a point. Mm-hmm. He's shaved head, tattoos on the side of his head, jacked.
Yeah.
He wears like those like spaghetti string tank tops, like people who work out at like Gold's Gym. And I'm like, dude, this guy's a monster. And we're looking through. The guy trains MMA fighters.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? Do not bring this. And by the way, this woman is tiny. I'm like, I feel bad for her. I feel bad for everyone involved. I'm like, stop bringing her around. And all the friends were like, yeah, dude, we're not going to defend you if this guy shows up. He's clearly like, he's a pit bull. He's a monster. So he texted me one day. We used to go to this private room karaoke joint all the time. He texted me one day. He's like, yo, what's the name of that private room karaoke joint and the address? I was like, why? You know, just randomly, why? I was like, I'll look it up, but why? And he was like, oh, I'm telling her to go there with her friends. I'm like, nah, dude, we're always there. Like, you can't invite her to a place we go to.
Yeah.
Because it's too close to home. What if we're there one day and this guy shows up? And he was like, come on, dude, blah, blah. So I asked my other friend. He's like, nah, don't do it. I was like, nah, I got it. So I sent him an address. He calls me back like half an hour. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? Did you not Google that address before you sent it to her? He's like, no, I copied and pasted your text and I sent it to her. I sent them to a marriage counselor.
That's really funny.
Yeah, him and I aren't friends anymore.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, well,
good bit though.
Yeah,
sounds like
great bit.
Sounds like he doesn't have a sense of humor.
And maybe you saved that clearly white supremacist man's marriage.
100%. Yeah, I heard he was busy January 6th.
Oh, the pointy beard is a white supremacist.
Yeah. That guy does not believe in the vaccine.
No.
Neither does the guy who's no longer friends with me, by the way. I don't know how hood people believe in the vaccine.
She has a type.
Yeah.
She has a type.
Yeah, dumb. No sense of humor.
Mm-hmm. Fuck those people. Anyway.
She's got a real fuking slop sink, though.
She got the slop sink on.
Yeah, and the one they kind of get in the basement that's deep.
What's the scenario in which you say, hey, check out the slop sink? What position is that person in?
I don't
know,
know,
slapsticks
and
are
I'm
the
not
ones-
sure I want to know.
You know that noise the slapstick makes when you turn on the tap because it's so deep?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your pussy, babe. Anyway, my hot take is that my girlfriend needs to stop complaining that I don't open up and express my feelings enough. I'm like, I have a podcast you can listen to.
I get it out.
Just listen to that.
Yes.
It's all there.
Yeah.
And also, rate and review. For Christ's sake, just rate. Why do you have to keep telling you?
Yes.
You're in a committed relationship.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, listen on all your devices. Why are we still
Why
having
are we
this
doing
conversation?
this? 5 stars, please.
I hate it.
Yeah, and you do open up a lot. I've almost been meaning to talk to you about it. I would say you open up too much on this podcast, and people don't like it.
I know.
They are uncomfortable.
Well, it's got to come out somewhere. My therapist calls it bottlenecking.
Oh man, she should just watch the clip of you getting fear in your eyes when I bring up your mother's maiden name.
You know, I started therapy because my wife
You're
and
like-
we were supposed to go to karaoke together, and then we pulled up to a therapist. It was the craziest
Yeah.
thing.
And you started going.
But we've been so great ever since. The relationship's been perfect. Thank you for joining us, Alexis.
Absolute honor.
Do you have anything that you would like to plug? Any dates coming up? Can people find you?
I started an Arsenal YouTube channel.
Yes.
So just go to youtube.com/Alexis Guerreros. Really made it easy for you to find. Just Google Alexis or go to any of my Instagram or anything. You'll see my link tree.
And do the Arsenal jerseys, do they still say Visit Rwanda on them?
Yeah, they do.
Because it feels like people could see a human atrocity just by going to an Arsenal game.
It's
you know?
also a full-blown scam.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
The president of Rwanda is a massive Arsenal fan, so he spent government money on this.
God bless him. The team is so bad right now.
Let's go visit Rwanda, baby. Please score a goal.
And also check out the Cooligans podcast.
Yes.
And people download that wherever they get podcasts.
Yeah, that's
or
everything
get
you guys
Fubo
said
TV.
before. And Complex, twitch.tv/Complex, every Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern or 7:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And I'm gonna be going to. When does this come out?
Wednesday in like 2 days.
Okay, then I can't talk about it yet. But something really cool is gonna be happening. Check out Cooligans' social media.
Cool. Grand Meal?
I have a different handle for every single platform. Mr. Graham K on Twitter. Instagram K on Instagram. And also Graham K or youtube.com/Graham K. Check that out. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff on there, posting shit. Also, I got a lot of tour dates at grahamk.com. That's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, grahamk.com. That's an easy
I paid
one.
money
You did
for
that one right.
I paid money for that.
And it was well worth it.
I think someone scammed me.
And I'm just doing Sponsor on the City. The show I'm working on, The Problem with Jon Stewart, comes out September 30th. You can watch that on Apple TV
So
Plus.
fucking excited.
The previews of it look cool.
It's gonna be.
And Robbie got a real job.
It's gonna be really good. And yeah, that's it. I guess we'll just say what we say at the end of every episode, which is
Fuck you.